Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, and I'm a blue dot in a red state utilizing Tarot to help us navigate through these just really interesting and trying times here in the United States. So, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate you spending some of your time with me. The reading that I'm going to do today is Trump is trying to claim all of these powers that he claims that he has. He's trying to claim wartime powers that would give him complete control to do what he thinks is anything he wants. Okay, we're kind of seeing that with the tariffs. We're seeing that, trying to claim things that just really aren't, that's not the intent of the law. It wasn't the spirit of the law. So I am curious if war is on the horizon. We had that because of Signalgate, we know everything about the attacks on the Houthi there in Yemen. He's posturing like he wants to start a war with Iran. So I just kind of want to know, is he going to be declaring war? Now, as a reminder, only Congress can declare war. So, but then again, only Congress can enact tariffs and taxes. So, and right now, the Republicans in Congress have abdicated their checks and balances. So, what I want to look at, I kind of just want to look at that whole package of, is he going to try to declare war? What is Congress going to do? And he's not wanting to declare war to declare war. Like for the war part, sure, he'll do that, but it's those powers. That's kind of what I want to get at. Is he going to do this just so he can it's a power grab? And I want to see, like, is he actually going to, is that what we're seeing him like gear up for? Okay, so that's the focus of today's reading. Okay, so as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let me fix this camera real quick. Okay, so today's reading. Is Trump going to be declaring war? Whether it's Yemen or Iran, it doesn't really matter. The point is, the power grab. Okay, so is he going to be declaring war? I'm pretty sure I said for entertainment purposes only. So let's just make sure that got in there. Is he going to be declaring war? Page of Pentacles. He is having aides look into how he can do this. He's asking, make this happen. How can I make the law be what I want it to be? And the reason I'm saying that is because, these are like people under him. How can I enact this plan? Okay. And state of suspension. He's holding off for now. This could also be, how can we look at the law in a different way? How can I get what I want? I am president, and I always say the world card is one of you have fulfilled your destiny. So he sees this as him being president is fulfilling his destiny. It's like, no, dude, the only reason you ran was to stay out of prison. Okay. But he sees I'm getting the feeling of divine right. Those of you remember that from the history classes, that, how can we look at this in a way that makes me right, gives me what I want, allows me to achieve what it is that I want to achieve. Okay. And the Tower card. Okay. Yeah, the Tower card. That card is probably the harshest card in the deck. It is one of just, destruction, blowing everything apart. Okay. So it's something that he absolutely wants to do. Okay. Now, I will say he wants this. This is the basis of this, is how much chaos and destruction, in his mind, how much chaos and destruction can I cause? Okay. That's his question. And how can I legally do this? Tell me what it is I want to hear. How can I make this happen so that I get to do this? Okay. And then the Queen of Cups. That's an interesting card that comes up there. It's almost like he ran on lower, grocery prices and lower cost of living and lower price of eggs, and we're going to take care of the American people. And you notice that this queen is looking out like that way, not even looking towards, it's like those are promises of long ago. That was such a yesterday promise that we've moved on from that, according, in his mind. That was, he just said what he needed to say so that he could get elected. Okay. Cups is also, this is going to be all the lies that he told. These are all the lies that he told about, taking care of America. No, and Americans. He is doing the complete opposite of that. And so now you've got, this is what's coming in, which is achieving his destiny of just chaos and destruction. I'm almost afraid to turn over this next card, the Hermit card. And this is a card of going within and finding that path forward. So he is like really kind of twisting that. He's really perverting that path of shine the light into those dark crevices. Find me the law that allows me to do what it is that I want to do. Okay. And if declaring war is what allows me to do what I want, then so be it. Okay, so as I said, whenever I was kind of, setting this up, introducing this, is I get it's not about the war, it's about the power that he thinks he can claim. That's what I'm feeling with this. So he doesn't care about, he cares about power. Okay, that is the clearest message that I'm getting. It's like, it's about power. It's not about war. But that is what he will do to get what he wants. Good God. Okay. So, just where does this go from here? Is he actually, because the reason I want to know, is he actually going to do this, is that you get this, like the state of suspension. Once again, the Hanged Man could also be looking at something in a different way. Find me a law that I can use so that I can get what I want. That is coming up clearly. Are they going to, these little pages that he's got, these aids, are they going to be able to, do that? Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. Karma. They're going to try. Victory. They're going to try. All in the name of of country. Long-term planning. It's like reaping what you sow. Reaping what you sow in the Karma card. I don't, if they try this, it's going to come back and bite them in the ass. The people rise up. You heard me say that before you saw me turn the card over, okay? The people rise up, and yeah, that's like, they're not having it. Will the people be successful? The rising up in this. I just want to do a few more cards on this. If he tries this, what is this Three of Cups? Planning, moving forward, and I'm curious if this is the military or the courts trying to stop him. Working on a plan. He's got a plan. And the justice. I keep getting these swords. Expect there's going to be some... let's see. It's almost like I'm feeling like the court... Can the courts even step in with this? Depending on how far he takes it, I guess they could. Will the court step in? Pentacles, stopping this, and it being blocked. Okay. I just want to throw a few cards out there on that. So, yeah. Okay, so to summarize this, as far as wartime powers, he's trying to claim wartime powers. He's telling his advisors and his aides and, like the ilk of, like Stephen Miller and, those guys, find me the law. Find me the law that says that I can do this. And they're trying to do that. It shows that, he wants to. He absolutely wants to, and he's trying, and he's going to be stopped. I don't know how far it's going to go. So, Yeah, that's kind of it. And as I said, it's not, he doesn't really want the war piece of it. He wants the powers that he could, he want, it's an abuse of power. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. And that he stopped, the court step in whenever he oversteps, which they have been. Okay. So, yeah, that's, I mean, we are on the crazy train to the Tower card right now. In fact, that is going to be a series of readings I'm doing is, if you've noticed, I get the Tower card a lot in the readings that I do. And we are on the path to the Tower card. We are on the outskirts of town. And so, the Tower card is really harsh. It's difficult, as you see right now what we're going through, and I don't see that. I don't see that. I see it sort of being stopped by the courts. The people rise up. Congress. I did other readings. Whenever it comes to the economy, the business leaders. So it's really weird because it's like you've got. My intuition, I'm very visual in my mind. So it's like Trump is here and I keep seeing like all these bubbles kind of come up, all these, resistance groups. It's like you've got grassroots, you have, some of the Republicans, you have, the business leaders, you have the courts. All of this stuff is culminating to the Tower card where it's like Trump has told no, like definitively no. Okay, so yeah, buckle up and hang on, and we're in for a ride for these next few months. So, with that being said, I will be here doing the readings on those bigger stories, helping us navigate those. Now, I will say, right now, it's the unknown. Okay, that is the scarier part of all this, is that unknown, which is why I'm doing the readings, to kind of pull the curtain back just a little bit so that we can see, okay, no, the courts are there. We have people that are blocking, this, and the pushback it's creating, it's stopping a lot of this. So, the hope is not lost. Hang in there. And as I said, I'll keep doing readings and we're just going to keep plugging away. So take a deep breath while you're doing that. If you could subscribe, I really appreciate it. I'll put some more readings up here for you to check out. And I will keep doing these readings and we'll get through this. So thank you for spending some of your time with me. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next reading.